Hey guys, we're over halfway through 2024 now, and I wanted to make this quick video to go over what my top 5 favorite paddles are on the market right now. Starting off at number 5, this is going to be my pick from my favorite all-court hybrid paddle. Now this is a category that had a lot of competition, because there have been so many of these that have been released recently. But having hit almost every single one of them, out of all of them, my favorite is going to be the Mark OneX. What sets this paddle apart from other Gen 2 hybrids is the mold it uses. While most hybrid paddles have handle lengths that are 5.5 inches and under, the OneX has a longer 5.75 inch handle, which offers a few changes. First, it gives you more space to put both your hands on the handle, which lets you hit two-handed backhands more easier. Next, that longer handle gives you extra torque on your shots when you hit drives, serves, or flicks, so compared to a shorter handle, you get more power. It also increases the balance point a bit, and this combined with the flared top corners of the paddle makes the sweet spot sit a bit higher compared to other hybrids, where it is a tad bit more similar to an elongated shape. The downside is that because there is less paddle surface area compared to a shorter handle, it is a bit lacking in stability and forgiveness because it does have a lower twist weight measurement. But for me personally, I generally prefer elongated paddles, and this is a very good in-between of a hybrid and elongated playstyle. The higher sweet spot and extra power it offers compared to other all-court paddles, combined with the great overall feel off the paddle face, is why this paddle sits at the top of that category and puts it at number 5 in my list. Moving on to number 4, this one's going to be a bit surprising because I haven't really talked about this paddle or even this brand that much on the channel, and that's going to be the Engage Pursuit Pro MX. So I actually really enjoy the feel of the Pursuit paddles. They're all powerful and poppy, but out of all of them, I prefer the Pro MX version the best. I enjoyed the 13mm over the 16mm core of the 6.0 version because the swing weight is more manageable and puts less strain on my wrist. I mainly use this paddle for singles because I don't need to be as precise with my soft game most of the time, and the firepower it offers is what I'm looking for. Occasionally, I will use this in doubles as well, though it's not my best paddle since it's harder to control, but overall it's a very fun paddle with great pop that I enjoy using. Moving on to our number 3 spot, this is going to be my favorite wide body paddle. Now, this spot was originally held by the Spartus Apollo, but it recently got dethroned and has been replaced by the 11624 Monarch All Court. Wide body paddles offer more stability and speed compared to the other paddle shapes, and my preference for these is to have them on the more powerful and poppier end of the spectrum. Instead of having a forgiving paddle with a large sweet spot I can reset easily with, I want to use those qualities with a paddle that offers good firepower at the net so I can be more dangerous at the kitchen line in hands battles. The Spartus Apollo was my pick for a while, but the Monarch All Court with its fiberglass layer in the surface offers that extra pop I'm looking for at the kitchen. That said, I still really enjoy the Apollo, but it's a paddle I would use in a situation where I want a bit more control, and in most instances where I'm selecting a wide body, my pick would be the Monarch All Court. Number 2 is going to be my favorite control paddle, and that is the tried and true Vatic Pro Prism V7. This is a paddle that's really nothing too special. It's just a very well built Gen 1.5 control paddle at a crazy good price, as it's also the cheapest paddle on this list. Now, I normally prefer elongated paddles, which is why I prefer the V7 over the flat shape, and because this is a control paddle, I did want the extra power that the V7 shape offers. As for the handle length, I'm actually the opposite when it comes to elongated paddles versus hybrid ones. I prefer the shorter handle of the standard V7 compared to the long handle version because it does offer a bit more stability and forgiveness, and in a paddle shape that's already lacking in those areas, my preference is to go for that shorter handle to make up for those weaknesses. The V7 Prism is a paddle I immediately liked when I first used it, and to this day, it's a paddle I always keep in my bag, as I'm always comfortable switching back to it. And finally, for the number 1 spot on this list, and my current favorite paddle, I can't talk too much about this paddle right now, so you'll have to wait for the full review, because this paddle hasn't been officially released yet, but this is going to be the Spartus Olympus. I'll talk more in detail about this paddle in its review video when the paddle officially releases, but this is one of the best power paddles you can get on the market right now. It's not the paddle I play the best with currently, but it's a very fun paddle to use, and when I'm on the top of my game, I play some of my best pickleball with it. Anyways, this is my list of my current top 5 paddles, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, to enter for a chance to win a brand new 11624 Monarch All Court paddle, comment down below what your current top 5 paddles are right now, and I will pick a random winner in a week from today.